The second largest comeback ever, down 16 points in the second half. Texas Tech comes back to knock off the Arkansas Razorbacks 85 to 83 in overtime. Arkansas was in control for much of this game. Special performance from John L. Davis, who had 30 points. Jonas Adu was monstrous down low and holding JT Toppin for a lot of this game. Trevon Brazile made some plays. Carter Knox had 20 points. I mean, you look at this Arkansas team is not a team that usually hits threes. They hit 40% from three in this game. They were able to really hold Texas Tech at bay and then increase the lead and really use their physicality and size against this Texas Tech team. Like this Texas Tech team is without Chance McMillan. They have a very small backcourt with Elijah Hawkins and Christian Anderson, but they really used their size to get to the basket and get layups when they wanted it. But the Texas Tech Red Raiders just did not go away. And we'll talk about it a little bit more, kind of going to the moments that led to this comeback a little bit. But before we do that, Dion, I want to throw it over to you to comment on Coach Cal and the Razorbacks being a part of history, as they are the team that blew the second largest lead with 16 points in the second half in a Sweet 16 ever.
They got tired. They got tired. They went seven deep essentially. They had Boogie Flan only play 9 minutes. They had Aduthier only play five. I thought his minutes restriction was 15 to 20. If you're only going to play him five, he doesn't need to be in uniform. Like, let's just, like, let's be honest. Like, what was the point in him dressing up for that? Boogie with 9 minutes, I think, was useless. Like, Cal rode his guys and it worked. But then the moment it didn't work, he didn't have a counter because they had no bench to go to. And they just honestly, they ran out of gas against a team in Texas Tech that's all gas, no breaks. I do want to say this. You and I did the draft, like the players draft, and unanimously everybody said you cooked me.
Mhm.
I didn't get nearly enough credit for the JT Toppin pick. And this
Yeah.
game, this game was my get back.
Yeah, facts. I give that to you. And look, this game for Texas Tech, they really pulled this from like they pulled this out of nowhere, to be honest with you. Like they looked down and out. Elijah Hawkins was 1 for 10 from the field. He was at the time, like he was like I think he hit his first field goal in overtime, a 3-pointer. Like he was awful to this game to the point where I was like, is he point shaving? Darion Williams was struggling massively, but it does not matter because he made all the big plays down the stretch, hit the three to send it into overtime, then also made the game-winning basket in overtime. At one point, he was 5 for 21 from the field. He ends up 8 for 26. So made the big plays, ends up with 20 points, 9 rebounds. Also, JT Toppin, I want to salute him real quick because he was having a little bit of trouble, right? I thought Adu and that front court of Arkansas were doing a great job of not letting him get to his left hand, and he was struggling a little bit. But in overtime, he kind of had a I'm an All-American, like excuse my language, but fuck that. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm putting this in the cup. Like, you can't stop me. And it was special. So he had 20 points, 9 rebounds, go along with 5 blocks in this game. He was great at the rim. And I think you pointed it out. Like, this Texas Tech team is a all gas, no breaks type of team. I mean, they were getting physically outmatched for a good portion of this game. And then all of a sudden they kind of flipped the switch and it seemed to be done on the offensive glass. Texas Tech had 22 offensive rebounds in this game. That's almost as many defensive rebounds that Arkansas had. 22 offensive rebounds is crazy. Shout out to I don't know, I don't think he's gonna get enough credit, but I thought he was a big part of it. Federico, he had like 13 minutes, but like he had a 5 minute stretch in the second half where I swear to God he got every rebound. He had 9 and 7 in 13 minutes. I actually thought it really did help them out, but well, go
Yo,
ahead.
how could you say that name with a straight face,
Yeah, I
dog?
mean it's an all-timer name. It's an all-timer name, but um I think Texas Tech just found a way. They guys made enough plays. Shout out to the freshman Christian Anderson playing 44 minutes, hitting some really big threes to get this game close and make some big baskets to get them into overtime. And then you get into overtime and your guys make a play, right? Darion Williams is who they've gone to, especially with McMillan out, and then JT Toppin's your All-American. And they were able to make enough plays. Now we got to flip to Arkansas a little bit here. First of all, I think they showed a stat that Cal was 35-0 all time in the tournament when leading by 6 points. That is now 35-1. as they were up 7 points at the half in this game. In a game they controlled for most of this one, I would say. I don't think Texas Tech led until overtime, maybe, or maybe like the end of the second half or something like that. But um, the story of this one for me is that it was Arkansas' shot selection out even outside of running out of gas. Like there was so many times where I thought Trayvon Brazile took some early shot clock 3 pointers, or there was a kick out on an offensive rebound and the shot clock reset and you're trying to milk clock. I remember one specifically, they got a rebound and kicked out to DJ Wagner and he just shoots a three.
Yeah.
And it didn't even come close, didn't make it. And John L. Davis himself even took a tough shot, early shot clock. I thought the shot selection down the stretch for Arkansas really killed them, and then it opened the door for Texas Tech to kind of make the big plays and make the big shots, which they did. What did you see from Arkansas in this game outside of them kind of, making some interesting decisions and running out of gas?
I feel like this team didn't really have an identity the whole year. And that was kind of what got to them at the end, right? When you get in these close battles, you need a go-to play, go-to person, etc. I don't really feel like they had that. They tried for it to be John L. Davis. Um, it works to an extent. I mean, he's one of the main ones that I thought got tired, right? And I think at that point, he had no gas left to go ISO ball for the rest of this game, specifically in overtime. I mean, the biggest thing I think is the mental aspect of it. Arkansas folded. They had nothing when Texas Tech got going. Texas Tech, on the other hand, I look at a Darian Williams, who was 8 of 26, 2 of 10 from three. He hit the shot that tied the game at the end of regulation. That's mental fortitude, right? Like that's a guy that doesn't fear the moment, doesn't really care what's going on. I just feel like Arkansas kind of folded mentally. They didn't really have an identity, and Texas Tech is all gas, no brakes. They're mentally strong, and you like Cal says, the nails in the coffin or whatever that analogy. To beat Texas Tech, you have to kill them.
Mhm.
Calipari, you didn't put the nails in the coffin. You put them in there, but you didn't put the nails in the coffin. To beat Texas Tech, you genuinely have to kill them, and I don't think Arkansas did that.
Yeah, and look, this is one Arkansas is going to be kicking themselves massively. Like credit to Texas Tech for coming back, but Arkansas really let this one slip away with some tough decision making down the stretch. But in a game where Texas Tech couldn't buy a 3 pointer for most of it, they couldn't buy anything in this basketball game for most of it. It was a abysmal offensive performance. The fact that they ended up with 85 points just speaks to how they picked it up late because. They were struggling to score for much of this game, but look, they found a way. Guys who have been with the program made the big shots, made the big plays. Darion Williams was on the mic after the game and was like, "Look, Coach McCaslin told me, everyone on my team told me I was 5 for 21. I was awful. My shot wasn't falling. No one said a word to me. No one said anything. They said, go get it, go make a shot, go make it happen." I would ask some other guys at the end of the bench if they were actually thinking that, but the guys he asked said that. And look, made the big shot, like had the big play. Also thought that like not to make this about like Cal's X's and O's, but down the stretch, I saw Coach McCaslin run in like dribble handoff. I'm gonna get a switch so I can get a Nelly Davis on Darion Williams. Darion Williams go make a play, right? Or I'm gonna set a dribble handoff, then come back to JT Toppin off the screen, pocket pass to JT Toppin at the free throw line, go be an All-American, and that was working out. While on the other end, everyone in Arkansas was like, "Oh, it's me time, do him time," right? Like
That's all they know. They have no identity. They have no identity. That's all they know.
Yeah, and look, I think DJ Wagner has fit in as a solid point guard for this team. He's just not a point guard, right? He's not. He's not, and I think a point guard would do this team well because otherwise it's a little bit just dysfunctional.
Got good news for them. They got the best one in the country on the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, Acuff on the way, also Malik Thomas on the way, but a really heartbreaking way to end for Arkansas season. I will salute them though. I think they made a nice Sweet 16 run after everyone put the nail in the coffin. Now you can actually put the nail in that motherfucker. It's over. Season's over. But credit to Grant McCasson and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. They now advance to take on the 1 seed in their region, Florida, with a chance to go to the Final Four. Uh, Dion, Cal's your guy. You are an Arkansas guy. Do you want to bid them farewell real quick?
Yeah, we good. We
We
good. We good. We got. I think DJ Wagner comes back. I think Big Z comes back. I think Tierra comes back. I think Carter Knox comes back, and then we add Inca. and we
Yeah.
have elite toughness,
And
and
then
we
we're
haven't touched the portal yet.
Yeah, and then honestly, let's get a head start, Cal. Let's go ahead and get in that portal right now. Go ahead and get the Tyson Nugget Bucks up. It's time to cook. It's time to fix things. But credit to Texas Tech in this game. Injuries aside, they were able to grind this one out and find a way, and now advance to take on Florida with a chance to go to the Final Four. We will have the preview of that game up here on the channel, as well as all recaps and previews of the remaining games leading up into the Final Four and the championship game in San Antonio here on Sleepers Media YouTube channel. Make sure to tap in. It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.